Hello there, stamping friends. This is Dawn from Dawn's Creative Chalet. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Today we're going to do the jig, but I'm not talking the dance move. We're going to use the Stampin' jig. I've had a lot of questions lately from a few of you on Facebook on the fan page who are asking me about the Stampin' jig. And quite honestly, I have to say, hanging my head, that I've had this tool for about 2 years and I didn't use it. And because I didn't use it, I wasn't sure how to use it. So I decided, after viewing a few really cool card samples in the new catalog, that the way they lined them up, that they had to have done it with the Stampin' jig. So I finally got my little Stampin' jig out and I've given it some love. So I just thought that I would show you guys how to use this cool little tool, because I think once you use it once or twice, you're going to realize that you don't want to live without your Stampin' jig. I believe I posted this card not too long ago, but since I had some extra pieces cut out to make a few extra thank you cards, I wanted to show you the sample of what I've done here, and I would like to also show you how I did this particular card. So let's get started. And by the way, the two colors that are used on the card along with the Whisper White, Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. Aren't they pretty? Love, love, love. So I have this piece of cardstock in Whisper White. But first, what I want to do, let's see, what do we want to work on first? By the way, using the Oh Hello stamp set, one of my faves. Let's go ahead and we'll do the arrows first. And that is done in the Coastal Cabana, and then this here is the Bermuda Bay. So the first thing that we want to do is we need to stamp with the Stampin' jig on the plastic piece. This is what comes in the Stampin' jig. You have two pieces. This clear plastic piece, and one side is smooth and the other side has a little bit of texture to it, and it's somewhat transparent. Then you have your handle. And really, all you do, first of all, you need to stamp onto your clear sheet before you can start using it on your paper. I hope I explained this properly. So this way it's going to help you to line up where you want to stamp. So step one, stamp onto the plastic. Make sure the plastic is all the way into the corner here of your handle. Oops, I want to go down. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. I should have changed my paper. So there's a slight image on the plastic piece. So now what we're going to do, we're going to use this as a guide. Move these up just a little bit. So I will align the image where I would like it to be on my cardstock with my plastic piece. I know it's hard to see. Then I'm going to take my handle and make sure that that is right against fitting into the corner of my handle. Once I have this in place, you know what, I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to put what I call insurance on the back. A little bit of tape, just enough to keep it in place. Because if I don't, I'm going to mess this up on camera. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so I've aligned it up where I want it. I'm going to line it up once again. And again, the plastic handle right up against the corner of that clear plastic piece. Isn't that cool? Line it up again. And once again, right up against the corner of the handle. And once more, line it up. Adjust your handle right up against the corner of the plastic piece. Ink your stamp. And ta-da! Isn't that cool, huh? Love it! Okay, now we want to stamp the thanks so much. One little trick to remember, if you do use more than one color of ink, make sure that you have something handy to clean off your stamp in between so you don't mud your colors. So once again, I need to stamp the plastic piece first, so we have a guide as to where we want to stamp on our white cardstock. So I'm going to take my plastic piece, hope you guys can see that, and using another corner and stamping it onto the plastic so we have it as a guide. And move my ink pads, they're in the way. Okay, so using my Coastal Cabana, I'm going to line up where I want my thanks so much. Again, my Stampin' handle right up against the corner of the plastic. Remove the plastic out of the way and stamp. And once you have the hang of it, it's easy peasy. And one more. Hear my stomach growling. And there you go. That's how you use the Stampin' Pretty cool little tool, isn't it? The other thing that I wanted to show you on this card is this cute little butterfly with the bitty butterfly punch and how I did this. So cool. I love using tone on tone, obviously, or light colors. So to give that butterfly a little bit of texture, I guess, on there, if you want to call it that, or just to make it pop a little bit, in the stamp set of Oh Hello, you see this oval piece? I love the chevron. What I went ahead and have done is I've inked up the oval onto the cardstock on a scrap piece, nothing fancy. I then took my bitty butterfly punch and there you have it. Pretty cool, huh? So think of the uses for your stamps outside the box a little bit and give them a little extra punch, so to speak. But that's how I did the butterfly there. So thank you for stamping with me today. I hope that you learned a little bit more about using that Stampin' and give it a try. It's actually a very cool tool. Now that I've used it a few times, I'm getting to the point where I like to use it much more than I thought I would. So take time to get inky. Make sure to visit my blog at dawnscreativechalet.com and download my app. I have a free app available in iTunes and Google Play called Dawn's Creative Chalet. If you have any questions, make sure to contact me. Thanks so much. Stamp with me again soon. Bye-bye.